There are 14 ingredients in it.
It has everything to sustain you.
6 months you go on things like this, you will see suddenly you will feel 5 years younger, full of energy. Ganji, it's called Sanjeevani Ganji. I personally made this. The basic recipe, there are 14 ingredients in it. It has everything to nourish the body. It sits in your stomach in a certain way. It's a slow release energy process. If you eat food to last you for 6-7 hours, you will end up eating a certain quantity. Because of that quantity, now after food, the next challenge for the body is sleep. The greatest challenge for a meditator, people don't understand this, the greatest challenge for a meditator or a sadhaka always is to stay alert and awake with eyes closed. Many months I've just lived on that. Just ganji, soaked groundnut or a coconut in India. Ganji and coconut, done. The day is done, one big glass of ganji and one coconut, day is done, nothing else. So, if you look back on the activity we have performed, it looks like we have lived for 3 lifetimes. Yes, just look at the volume of activity a handful of people have done in the last 30 years. This is because Sanjeevani Ganji. Yeah, I should have looked up because this would make a good ad. I missed out. So, people have been telling me, Sadhguru, this is a super product, because many people have experienced this. I must tell you, my girl traveled with me since she's 3.5 months of age, on a routine schedule that I'm driving across the country. 3.5-month-old baby. Sattuma ganji, raisins, fruit, that's all. Never ever bought a milk packet or a milk tin or any damn thing. No milk, no cow's milk, no any milk. Just sattuma ganji, raisins and fruits. The moment she got teeth, nuts, that's about it. I don't remember ever taking her to your doctor. Never. You can try this. 6 months you go on things like this, you will see suddenly you will feel 5 years younger, full of energy, and if you sleep for 4 hours a day, it's more than enough. Well, the choice is yours, whether you want to live or practice death when you're alive. My intention is that you must be alive even when you're dead. If your intention is you want to be dead when you're alive, wrong company. It's time that you drink some ganji every day.
Of all the things, a groundnut, I'm particularly passionate about the groundnut because there was a period of my life when I just lived on groundnut and banana, that's all. Because it has everything you need. Just soaked groundnut, one handful, this much of groundnut soaked overnight, one banana, my entire day would go. I'm perfectly active, more active than most people will ever imagine. It has everything to sustain you.
It's a complete food by itself. If you soak it for over 6 to 8 hours, it takes away certain aspects which are called as pitta. You know what's pitta? Allopathic doctors don't look at it. But the Ayurveda is based on this, Ushna, Shita and Pitta. It takes away the pitta. And taking this soaked groundnut, chewing it well and eating.
Just make sure it's not some genetically engineered nonsense, whatever, just make sure it's a more organic thing.
If you want breakfast, you want a recipe. You take a handful of groundnut, soak it in water for 6 to 8 hours. Put it in the mixie. If you want to add some fruit, you add a banana, whatever you like. Banana goes well, you can add any other fruit. If you want, put some honey into it. 2 minutes. You have excellent breakfast ready. It takes 2 minutes to do it. And if you want it little watery, put more water into it and just drink it up. You want it like porridge, you make it thick and you eat it. You will see easily it'll keep you for 4 to 5 hours and it's highly nutritious.
Sesame has many positive things to do for the system. It's a very high energy thing. Again, sesame causes a lot of heat. In India, sesame oil is the most commonly used oil in South India. All the cooking is done in sesame oil. So we don't so much eat sesame on a daily basis because the oil that we use is sesame oil. But in winter times, we will use sesame because it's part of the tradition that everybody must eat sesame seeds in winter time because when it's cold, it generates heat. Now, people who travel with me must have noticed, when I go to Kailash, I'm largely on sesame diet. Roasted sesame I carry in my pocket, so I don't sit for lunch, I don't sit for dinner, I skip so many things. But it doesn't matter simply because you're consuming some amount of sesame and roasted coconut and roasted sesame together. We just chew and eat and it's very high energy, high protein, high energy.